Hey guys, this is Justin Carvelot, the American Anime Otaku. So, after multiple game crashes and server issues, I finally got to play the newest hit cell phone game, Pokemon Go. For those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game where you can catch Pokemon in the real world using your cell phone. Crashes and server issues aside, it is actually a pretty fun game, going outside in the real world, catching and training your Pokemon, as well as meeting and battling fellow players. Unfortunately, in order to battle other players, you need to be at least level 5, and I am only at level 4 at the time of this review. That means that I have yet to experience what an actual Pokemon battle is like in this game, but from what I have heard, it is no longer turn-based. While the game is fun, I do have a few concerns regarding my experience of the game. The first thing is the constant bugs and crashes. I have lost quite a few Pokemon already thanks to these. During my 2-hour session of the game crashed as many as 3 times right in the middle of doing something in-game, whether it was catching a Pokemon or simply checking my inventory. No joke, I was at the cusp of catching a Machop when the game froze, prompting a hard reset of the game. Another issue is that if you close or log out of the game for any reason, good luck getting back in. During my play, the game constantly locked me out, stating that the servers were experiencing issues and were unavailable at the moment. Please try again later. This, of course, prompted closing out of the game by hard reset and logging back in multiple times until I finally found a connection. A lot of this has to do with the game's sudden popularity, as well as being hotly anticipated, and that everybody and their grandmother is itching to try it out, leading to the game's servers being constantly overloaded. For a game that was just released that requires you to be online, as well as requiring your GPS data and location, I guess this is to be expected. Day 1 bugs for a game that is this groundbreaking are to be expected, so having some patience with this game and its many glitches is a must. My second problem is that the game is quite taxing on your phone's hardware. The battery for my Samsung Galaxy S6 usually lasts about a couple of days from a full charge until I need to recharge it again. While running Pokemon Go, my phone's battery depleted from a full charge to low battery in as little as 2 to 3 hours. I must also point out that I have had issues with my phone overheating rather quickly while playing this thing as well. Another issue is that the game uses GPS data constantly while playing it. This is pretty much obvious since the game depends on a constant feed of your GPS location in order for it to run. So, if you plan on playing this game on a regular basis, get ready to shell more cash for a larger data plan on your phone, because this thing can chew its way through lower tier data plans like tissue paper. Another thing is that catching Pokemon, leveling them up, and battling them are vastly different than what a veteran Pokemon player like me is accustomed to after playing the games for over 20 years. So you would think this game would have a lengthy tutorial on how the game's mechanics works. Instead, the game just throws you in the middle of it as soon as you customize your avatar, and it leaves you to figure out everything within the game on your own. I can't complain since I don't like games that hold your hand the whole way through, but when the game's mechanics are completely different than what we have been playing on our Game Boys and such for years, I think a lengthy tutorial or walkthrough is more than called for. The biggest problem is that it can be very distracting, leading to a number of self-inflicted injuries and accidents. While playing the game, always be aware of your surroundings. I nearly learned that the hard way when I nearly tripped over an elevated piece of sidewalk thanks to a tree root growing underneath it. Overall, it's a fun game despite its flaws, and I am quite sure the bugs can be worked out in the future. So if you want to check this thing out, be patient with it, be safe, and keep aware of your surroundings. But if anything, please, for the love of God, do not play this game while driving. This is the American Anime Otaku, signing out.